Greetings and welcome to the Cell Guru Show with me, Rajiv Makni, and this is an incredible show for you. So many new things coming in. We've got Android 12, yes, the next level, and this is dramatically different from before. We've got a new processor. The Qualcomm Summit is taking place, and we're actually taking a look at a brand new processor, the 778G, and one more. So we've got processor, we've got the next level of operating system, we've got iQoo coming in with the Legend 7. So the iQoo 7 Legend is a very interesting phone for under 40,000 rupees, and we've got 5G smartphones in our very special segment from Qualcomm. Let's get started with today's Cell Guru Show. The next level of Android is around the corner. Android 12, dramatically different, very different in look, in features. I think this time they're really going the whole hog.
Google's annual I/O Developer Conference returned this week after taking a break in 2020. The conference aims to showcase Google's vision of the future of computing and how it applies to daily use. This year, the company focused on its artificial intelligence and machine learning smarts with Lambda, a new natural language processing technique that could lead to better AI conversations.
What's the worst place you've ever landed?
Think Google Assistant conversations, but way better. Another highlight was Project Starline, an experimental video calling experience that can recreate a virtual 3D avatar of participants. But the star of the show was, of course, Android 12. With Android 12, Google's smartphone operating system is getting a ground-up visual overhaul. Called Material U, the phone can dynamically adjust UI elements as well as colors based on context. It could be your wallpaper or an app. The entire look and feel can automatically adjust to create a cohesive experience. Google is also doubling down on privacy with a privacy dashboard feature that shows exactly what each app is doing on your phone. Additionally, like iOS, you will also get indicators for camera and microphone access. You can completely turn off camera and microphone access with quick access toggles in the refreshed notification panel. Google has released a beta version of the operating system for compatible Pixel and partner devices like those from OnePlus and Xiaomi, so that you can try it out now. However, we would not recommend using the buggy beta release of Android 12 on your daily use phone. On the wearables side, Google has brought perhaps the biggest update to Wear OS. Partnering with Samsung, the two companies are merging Wear OS and Tizen to create a better smartwatch OS focused on battery life and improved usability. But it isn't just Samsung. Google recently acquired Fitbit and is bringing the company's fitness tracking expertise as well to Wear OS. The operating system will integrate with Fitbit's daily activity tracking, celebrations, and much more. Fitbit too is expected to launch a Wear OS smartwatch sometime soon. We should expect to hear more about Android 12 and Wear OS updates later this year.
Other big news coming in, the Qualcomm Summit, brand new processors. The 778G is looking very interesting to me. Could really be something that drives the mid-range really fast. So let's take a look at all that was announced.
At its annual 5G Summit, Qualcomm announced its all-new Snapdragon 778G 5G mobile platform. The chipmaker says it would address the growing demand by OEMs for more platform options in the higher tier. In short, consumers will have access to premium features at an affordable price. Several manufacturers like Honor, iQoo, Motorola, Oppo, Realme and Xiaomi have already announced that they will launch their smartphones with the all-new Snapdragon 778G 5G. We can expect these smartphones to be available in the second quarter of 2021. Qualcomm had earlier announced Snapdragon 780G in March early this year. 778G 5G is supposed to be a slightly toned-down version of 780G, with the only difference being the former is based on the 5nm process, whereas the latter is based on the 6nm process. Coming to performance, the Qualcomm Kryo 670 generates up to 40% uplift in overall CPU performance, and the Adreno 642L GPU is designed to deliver up to 40% faster graphics rendering compared to the previous generation, which as a result allows for incredible performance and power efficiency. Qualcomm also announced the Snapdragon X65 5G modem, which will enable acceleration of 5G expansion while enhancing coverage, power efficiency and performance for users.
And now let's move on to our Qualcomm segment. This is the one that you all wait for. And this time we're going to talk about smartphones which are affordable, but with 5G. How important is 5G right now? Does it make sense to only buy a 5G phone? And what does the processor part play as a role in getting you perfect 5G? Time to talk about all-rounders. No, I'm not going to start talking about cricket. This is, of course, still Cell Guru. I'm talking about all-rounders in the smartphone world. Now, this term is being bandied around quite a bit nowadays. Let me just explain. We're going to talk about high-end processors, how they're packed inside flagship smartphones with the best-in-class features. But on the other side of the spectrum, there are budget offerings also. Now, these phones are not priced in the stratosphere, not sky high, and these still have processors that come on a budget that still manage to give you a complete all-around experience that you deserve. These are called tech all-rounders. Now, with each passing year, budget smartphones, you notice, continue to get better and better. Now, this progress is sometimes with cameras, sometimes with the screen or display, or the battery. But the overall user experience is improved with each generation of these devices. And with this improvement, people like you and I have started using our devices much more meaningfully and really getting some work out of them. And we want the best of the best on our phones. We want to be able to connect to our networks at the fastest speeds possible. We want to engage in seamless web browsing, play our favorite games without worrying about lags or any performance issue at all. We want to take great pictures and videos with our phones and make sure our social media absolutely shines the brightest with these. Now, in this era of artificial intelligence, we want our phones to be smartest and be able to perform all AI tasks with ease. And of course, 5G connectivity. How can we forget about 5G? It's now the future. It's around the corner. And if we're buying a device now in 2021, then 5G is definitely something that we all want. But when we talk about budget smartphones, there's a lot of choice in the market. One common factor in budget phones is that they focus one attribute the absolute most. Look, you could get okay camera, okay, very good battery. You may not really get all the great stuff, but you get incredible hardware in terms of the other stuff. But the software is always a letdown. Now, some manufacturers try to showcase their latest devices, score the highest on benchmarks, can perform the best during our gaming sessions, or some that are just the fastest in numbers. But while many numbers are thrown, like a 6-figure benchmark score or UFS 3.1 storage, not every device is able to give you a complete performance in terms of all aspects. At the end of the day, all we want from our smartphones is a good experience in all fronts. Now, I don't know about you, but if my smartphone has been with me at all points, has helped me through all of my daily tasks, it's a big win for me. I'm happy with the phone as well as that manufacturer or the brand. Now, the smartphone world is not like the PC world where we can get to pick and choose what we want. The OEMs bundle everything in a package together on a phone and give us various options. These manufacturers have control over the hardware, but we want the experience to be good with the device ready for the future. And we have seen in the past that the processor plays a pivotal role in defining the overall experience. It's the processor, right, that actually does most of the heavy lifting and balances and optimizes various experiences to make our experience even better. So, when you purchase your next smartphone, make sure you get one with an absolutely great processor and one that is packing 5G tech for the future. The other thing to look for, of course, is the price. I mean, it's called budget or economy, so price is important. As I mentioned in the beginning, our emphasis today is on the budget side of the spectrum. How much do you actually pay for a phone to get the experiences you totally deserve? Given the plethora of experiences desired and an attractive price point, what we really need is a true all-rounder that actually delivers every single time. And all-rounder is exactly what the new Snapdragon 480 processor is. It's a budget offering. It has 5G. It has strong AI capabilities. It does very good graphics, very good rendering, enables an ultra-smooth display. It's got superior camera iQoo, triple ISP, super fast browsing capabilities. It does everything really well. But don't let the budget or economy tag that I've been talking about fool you. It may be positioned as a 400 series processor, but it performs incredibly well. And you'll never question its capabilities and performance across the board. What you will question though is, why is it in the 400 series, not a 600 or a 700 series processor? So let's talk to Qualcomm and find out from them all about this new Snapdragon 480, the latest budget processor with 5G capabilities in the very prestigious Snapdragon lineup. And also understand how the Snapdragon 480 is an all-rounder and not just a one-trick pony. Come, let's talk to Ken Mock, Director, Qualcomm Product Management. Thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Hello, Rajiv. Thank you for having me.
My entire focus is on the Snapdragon 480, and what I really want to know is that why should consumers buy smartphones based on the Snapdragon 480?
The Snapdragon 480 is our first 5G mobile platform in the 4 series. It brings a truly global 5G connectivity with sub-6 and millimeter wave band support into the mass tier, along with a huge leap in performance and brand new features that we are bringing in for the first time into the mass tier. Just to give you a few examples on the great features that are supported in the 480. It integrates a great camera that can take a snapshot for up to 64 megapixel, and it has a triple ISP, image signal processor, that can take 3 pictures concurrently.
Some people have compared this with other processors and have questioned the use of 8nm technology for the Snapdragon 480.
The choice of the process technology is very important, and we made the decision on 8 nanometer after much consideration. What we were trying to do was to balance out power, performance, cost, and several other important factors. We are very confident that we have made the right choice in 480 in terms of the process technology and the overall design of the products.
Why is this processor positioned in the 400 family when the performance is closer to maybe a Snapdragon 700 series processor?
Our focus at Qualcomm is to innovate the latest technology in the premium and high tier, and at the same time, we try to waterfall these great features into the lower tier in a short amount of time. That allows us to bring amazing products that were only available in the higher price point and higher tier to a much more affordable level.
Thank you so much. That was excellent knowledge for me also. Thank you for joining me on the show. Let's now go and talk to Tasleem Arif, VP and R&D Head for Oppo India.
Thank you, Rajiv. It's always great to connect with you.
Tasleem, thank you so much for joining me and congratulations on the launch of the Oppo A74 5G, the first smartphone based on the Snapdragon 480 in India. It's a beautiful design. Can you tell our consumers what to expect from the device?
Oppo A74 5G is indeed a beautifully designed to enhance your lifestyle. In this device, we want to make sure user doesn't need to compromise on any features they desire, either its best gaming, camera quality, device performance, or long-lasting battery experience. A74 5G powered with Snapdragon 480, which is very powerful for this segment. A74 5G comes with triple camera, a 48 megapixel sensor powered by Qualcomm Spectra's 345 triple ISP plus AI enhanced feature, is capable of taking stunning photographs under all conditions. All in all, Oppo A74 5G is true all-rounder that will serve consumers for several years.
Now, lots of questions that consumers ask, why should we buy a 5G phone when there is no 5G network today? What steps has Oppo taken to ensure great experience as the networks become available?
This question gets asked very often. We'll try to give you answer in 3 parts. Oppo has been at the forefront of 5G innovation, and we are the first few smartphone manufacturers who are working with 5G standardization from the starting 2015. Second, we have our own India R&D center in Hyderabad, equipped with 5G lab setup. We demoed India's first WhatsApp call on 5G. And the third and most important, when you look at 5G devices, they come up with many additional advanced capabilities in gaming, camera, memory and better 4G experience along with the other features.
So what is the response from consumers on affordable 5G? Is this the way to go?
Indian consumers have evolved significantly over the past few years. While consuming many new services on 4G, they have understood the merit of new technology. As such, they are willing to invest in new technology and become future-proof. Our India 5G Lab team is working on path-breaking 5G innovation and application. More than 4 out of 5 5G smartphone users are satisfied with the overall 5G usage. In India, there is a huge consumer excitement and expectation around 5G smartphones. 5G readiness has now become one of the top 3 considerations while making a product choice decision.
Thank you, Tasleem. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's take a quick break right now. On the show, when we come back, lots more happening. Let's move on now to our review of the iQoo 7 Legend. Now, iQoo came in, did a phone, kind of faded away, and now they've come in and they believe they've come in strong. So, a collaboration with BMW, a pretty interesting design. The more interesting thing is that now they've gone into taking it to flagship level and not compromising at all. So, good looking phone, great screen, incredible processor, lots and lots of RAM, good performance and priced under 40,000 rupees.
What's common between a supercar and a flagship smartphone? Well, for one, they are both focused on speed. Design too plays a big role in making them both irresistible. So it comes as no surprise that iQoo is channeling its partnership with BMW to bring out a phone that delivers on both tentpoles. But the brand isn't competing in a silo, and many alternatives offer great performance. In the Cell Guru review of the iQoo 7 Legend, we see if the phone has what it takes to race across the finish line. The design of the iQoo 7 Legend is familiar yet sophisticated. The rear is channeling BMW's iconic racing stripe design, and the phone is a head-turner. The soft touch glass feels excellent and protects against fingerprints, while the metal-bound camera array at the top gives it some additional flair. We also like the blue-colored power key with excellent tactile feedback. The phone is refreshingly slim and fits very well in the palm of your hand. The iQoo 7 Legend also packs all the bells and whistles you expect from a flagship display. It's a 6.6-inch 120Hz AMOLED panel with a full HD resolution. The default color tuning isn't the best, but that can be easily fixed with a setting. Worth noting, the typing experience here is great with tight haptics, and the stereo speakers go loud when playing music. Finally, as expected, there's an in-display fingerprint reader too. Now, BMW looks great, but you're there for the performance. And just like a fast car, the iQoo 7 Legend delivers performance in spades. The top-of-the-line Snapdragon 888 and 12GB of RAM makes the phone blazing fast, and you can run top-of-the-line games on the phone without breaking a sweat. On the imaging front, the iQoo 7 Legend keeps pace with the best in the business. The 48-megapixel primary camera captures extremely well-balanced images with good control over saturation, contrast and brightness. Low light mode, however, isn't best in class with a loss of detail despite the bright image. The 13-megapixel ultra-wide camera does a decent job, though there is a noticeable color shift. And the same goes for the 2x portrait camera. Powering the show is a 4000 mAh battery, which is on the smaller side for a flagship. It will get through a day, but just about. However, the iQoo 7 Legend makes up for it with fast 66-watt charging and can take the phone from 0 to 100 in around 25 minutes. If it's power you crave, backed with good design, the iQoo 7 Legend does not disappoint. Priced at Rs 39,990, The phone is one of the most affordable Snapdragon 888 toting phones on the market. It helps that the rest of the package also holds up. It might lack a bit of finesse compared to the Xiaomi Mi 11X Pro, but you can't beat the value proposition of the entire package.
Lots and lots of great things coming up next week. Do join me, Rajiv Makni, on the show.